Happy Friday. I think it's Friday. I'm not really sure. I've come out to the garage. I'm going to fix the car today. I'm going to replace the wheel bearing and get that done. It'll make the car a lot quieter. Just plugged in our charger to give these a boost. It says it's 14.4 over there. On here it says it's putting in 12 amps. And you can hear the batteries. They sound like they're boiling, but it's not boiling. It's just it's the electrical pixies going into the water. They're splashing is what they're doing is when they jump into the water. Okay, let's take a look at the car, get it turned around and ready for fixing. I've got the tire off. I'm gonna take off the brakes now because they have to come off. The caliper has to come off, so does the rotor to get at the hub. So here's what I'm up against. These are rusted in. The only sockets I have to go through here are these cheap ones from Princess Auto. They're not gonna stand up. So I'm going to drill this or cut this out with my grinder so I can make the hole bigger and get in there with a larger one. And that's going to be these ones, which are from Princess Auto as well. If they don't work, the new ones. We'll see. I hit this when I was cutting this out, and that's the shape that I cut out. I can now get in there. I'm going to hit this with a coal chisel to try and break it free, turn it a bit. I'll do each one of them that way. So I've tried to move these with the coal chisel. Nothing's moving. Give them another shot of WD. Gonna let them sit for a few minutes. Go get a coffee. And we'll come back to this. Let that penetrating oil work. My course of action is I'm going to give it a whack with my punch here to hopefully loosen them. I'm also going to heat it with a propane torch up and then give it a whack again and then try and get it off. So we'll do one at a time and see what happens. Now heat. That's a fail. That is pretty much stripped out now. And I'm going to have to take this to Brian. Oh well, I'll give him a call and see what he's doing next week. The car's going to be fixed on Thursday. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have torn it all apart. Oh well, I had to have a kick at it, see if I could do it, but I can't. So, didn't even get to use my new tool set because I expected to break my my other tools, and no, I didn't get that far. I've got the one hole stripped. The other ones are just as seized in. I think Brian's going to use a cutting torch, cut them off. That'd be the easiest. I don't have a cutting torch, so I won't be doing that. Okay, I got to put that back together. Great fun. Let's get at it. Got to go out and get some of these 12 by 1.5. These other ones are done. Look at that. Horrible. Can't get a socket on them. Well, you can with a hammer, but it's not how it's supposed to work. Our 14.6 batteries are just doing whatever. They make the odd little noise. The Pixie's jumping in the acid. And we're just float charging here. Well, gonna go for a test drive. Didn't do anything. If anything, I cooked that bearing a little more. Oh well. All that pounding in the heat is still making that same noise. Imagine. Oh well. I'm gonna go off and I've got to get a couple of things. Angle iron or angle aluminum and some wheel nuts. Got a bag of lug nuts. That was $15. That's well worth it. Now I'm gonna go and get some aluminum. I just popped into Corey Auto Wreckers and got the lug nuts. And now, metal supermarkets. Tool steel. Okay, I got my aluminum. That's gonna be handy. Bumpy tracks. Okay, heading home now, and so I've got my nuts and my aluminum. Great combination. The aluminum's to hold one of the solar panels, and the nuts are obviously for the car, because the lug nuts on here are just garbage. I'm back home now. I'm not going to get to those nuts until later. Heidi just came home too. Looking at my panels, 14.4, and this is not charging anymore. It's gone into its maintain mode, or maybe it's called float. And if the voltage goes down now, it'll start charging again and get it back up to 14.4. I'm going to use my multimeter to measure it, just to check and see what we really have, because I don't really trust this thing. Okay. 14.6867. Yeah, 14.67. That's where we're at. And that's fine. So I'm going to leave that as that is. This other charge controller, the one that they want me to mail back to China, I think I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to email them. It was working. It was doing better than this one anyways. So it might be an okay one for just inside the garage to keep things charged here or on one of the boats, because it was working well. I don't like how this one's working. It doesn't seem to be putting much in. I'll email those people. I got my angle iron. Here it is here. This is going to hold the panels. Or this is one of the ways I'm going to hold the panels. One of those panels is going to go on the roof here. And I need to hold it to the roof somehow. So that's that, and my bag of lug nuts. So now I can change those. It won't be today.